All right. It is 8:30 and we're ready to get going with Breakers Club number 1. Quick sound check before I start. All right. I think we're good to go. So, for those that are perhaps new or stumbling across this video or wondering what the heck is Breakers Club, basically the idea here is I take group break signups over on my Discord and people claim a team or in some cases more than one team, and they will get all the cards of that team from a wide variety of boxes spread across many years, and the group break itself will span about a month. I think we're going to split this one up into 4 weeks. um, so you can see some of the boxes here. There are actually so many that they would not all fit on screen. And I'm going to go through everything that's included just so everybody knows in just a second. So that's kind of how the group break works. So basically it's pay one price and then you get to just watch group breaks for the next basically month, the next 4 weeks, and everything will be paid for at that point. So that's nice for everybody. So, good evening, Kevin. Good evening, JC. I'm going to quickly go through the team list once since this is the first night. So, let me run through that very quickly using Discord names, or at least a version of, in some cases. Shui Fumbler has the Diamondbacks and Braves. Super Gadget has the Orioles, Red Sox, and Athletics. Benji has the Cubs. Swinko has the White Sox, Padres, Mariners, and then any non MLB cards that we happen to pull. I have the Reds. Andy S has the Guardians, Pirates, and Rangers. Adam K has the Rockies. Engel Woodstock has the Tigers. Peach Pits has the Angels. JC helped me fill the breaker, close the breakout. I grabbed a bunch of teams at the end, which I very much appreciate, including the Astros, Royals, Marlins, Yankees, Phillies, Rays, and Nationals. Jackal has the Dodgers. Uncle Ben the Brewers. Iowa State Bison has the Twins. Kevin B the Mets. Vosspring has the Giants. Cards on Cards has his Cardinals, and Dr. Mustang has the Blue Jays. Yes, there was also a duck race. JC reminded me of that. And the duck race winner, we had a duck race for the Guardian slot, and that ended up going to Andy S. And thank you, JC, for closing that out as well. So that's a quick rundown of the boxes or of the teams and who has what. So now I want to, and I won't do this for the rest of the evenings, but for the first night, make sure everyone kind of knows what's actually included. This is all on the Discord, but I think it's good to just go over so there's no questions. So I'm going to have to try to like unstack this and get it under my camera. So that's really close to the camera, but you can hopefully make that out. It's a 2024 Topps holiday bauble, I called it, and then the rounded ornament looking packaging that they used. So that's the first thing. I'm gonna put these on the table behind me. We've got 2024 Topps Archives hobby box. Again, these are going to be spread out across the next several weeks. Let's see here. Our big box, at least in terms of value, Topps Museum Collection from 2022. Very excited. I've never opened. I don't think I've ever opened Museum Collection. We're going to save that one for the final week. I'll just tell you that right now. We got 2023 Topps Total. Lots of people love Topps Total, so I was happy to be able to find a box of that. Good evening, and Andy Schaefer's in the room. Kevin, good evening. Super Gadget, good evening. JC says, don't shake too much. Cards are somewhat loose in the bubbles. All right, well, I will be careful. Let's see here. We've got Topps 206. This is one of those online only top sets. This is the 2024 edition. I should have 40 cards in it, so that's something. Little box there. Let's see. We have two. They're the same set. Two of the all-time greats, Historic Autograph and Card Company. I don't know a lot about these, but I stumbled across this brand when I was looking up Barry Larkin stained glass, what I thought was trying to search for Allen and Ginter. And there's a stained glass insert in this set and Barry Larkin happened to be in it, and I put a bid on it on eBay and ended up getting, and it was actually a pretty cool card. So I saw these boxes and thought, why not give it a run? Let's see what else we got here. We've got another big one. Classic clippings from 2004. This is a Fleer product. These are hard to find. That's one of those sets that's been on my list for a while trying to hunt down. Panini Crusade 2024. Panini Crusade, 2 autographs in there. Should be at least. We've got a big old heavy box, 1993 Score Select. 2003 Topps Total. Yes, I might have said 2023. Sorry about that. Yes, 2000. I'm showing them all. We have 2 2025 Fanatics Blasters. Now, if you don't know what the Fanatics Blasters are, they are different than the ones you get in like Walmart or Target. These give you a chance to win, I think via redemption cards, autographed memorabilia, like the whole thing. I think, you know, each team has at least one sort of item that you can win signed by a player from the team. So there's like signed hats and bats and jerseys and I don't know what all. So that's kind of the gimmick of the Fanatics boxes. So there's 2 of those. We have a big old Topps Bazooka. This is from 2004. Sugarless gum in every pack too. So, you know, that's a delicious treat. And then we have, not to be forgotten, 2022 Topps Allen & Ginter Blaster. Couldn't get Allen & Ginter hobby boxes. They were going for insane amounts of money, at least the newer ones. But I did grab the blaster, so I figured that's something. And then let's see here. I have 2 bonuses to throw in because I thought, why not? The first, I don't know, this was just sitting in my box. I think this must have come as a free gift with something that I bought at some point. So it's a single pack, but hey, 4 free cards or 4 free cards. I think that this is a Topps Sonic pack, but I might be wrong about that. Topps Chrome Sonic. I don't know what it is, but it's 4 cards. We're going to open it tonight, so we'll add that in. And then, not to be outdone, I have a surprise unannounced box that I am pleased to add to the break, and that is this guy. Upper Deck Authentics, or UD Authentics, as it's, I guess, officially called, the 2002 edition, which I'm really excited about. So there is this box, which is unannounced, so that's coming in. And I actually have one more box that I was hoping was going to arrive today in the mail, and it did not. It seems to be delayed in the post office somewhere along the way, but hopefully I will have it soon. So I've learned my lessons. I will not announce a box until I actually have it in hand, but there's going to be one more surprise at some point, just not this week. So I can tell you that now there will be another box added to the break. But again, not this week. So hopefully that gets everybody excited. And what I've done is I've divvied up the boxes to spread across the next 4 weeks. So tonight we will be breaking this one because I'm sick of lugging it around. It is very heavy. We will be busting one of each of these. So the Fanatics, one of the Fanatics Blasters and one of the historic all-time greats. I already mentioned we're going to do the pack. And why not do the bonus surprise box tonight while we're at it? So hopefully that gets everybody excited. I know I'm excited. Breakers Club's always a lot of fun. It's a lot of work to sort these. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So with that said, let's move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm going to start with the box with the most cards, I think, tonight. And that is going to be Score Select. This set, again, when I take signups or when we start talking about when to, have the next group break, Breakers Club especially, I always ask people, what kind of products do you want to see, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the most common requests seems to be stuff from the 90s. So this fits that bill. But part of the fun of it, I guess, for me is I get to buy or try to hunt down boxes of sets that I also like. And the 93 Score Select is probably one of my favorite sets from the 90s that I haven't actually collected for myself. It's a beautiful set. It's very green. At least Series 1 is. Or I guess it's only Series 1 maybe. And then, yeah, it's a set that I remember getting 1 or 2 packs of as a kid. They always really kind of high-end feeling. So, and yes, there's a Derek Jeter, potential for Jeter rookies in this, as JC just said. All right. JC, let's see here. I'm going to catch up on my comments here. Indy says 2003 tops total, not 2023. There was no tops total then, I'm pretty sure. Kevin loves nacho bonuses. Good, I'm glad. And so does Andy. Great. And Kevin likes the lineup. And JC only go 4 weeks. Yes, I'm only going 4 weeks, JC. So the last week of Breakers Club, which is 4 weeks, basically, we will be doing museum. And good luck for the Jeter hunt. Yes. All right, I think I'm caught up. Okay, so this has so many packs with 15 cards per pack. Look how thick those are. So I'm going to take them out of the box first. So there's all that. There's your empty box. And get this out of the way so I can put our open cards inside it. All right. So, I don't think there's any odds on the pack wrappers for these. No, there are not. I think there's a few inserts that one could pull in this set, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll deal with those as they come. How's that? Kevin asked, how many packs in here? Just open the first one. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4, 36 packs? The box doesn't actually say. Why would it say? That'd be too easy. Yeah, the box does not say, but I think if I just count right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is pack 9. So yeah, 36 packs, and there are 15 cards per pack. So there we go. Andy, good evening. Good to see you. All right. Super Gadget, good evening. Super Gadget says, just add a bunch of these to your trade boxes if anyone needs some. Oh, we got Aces, 1 in 8 super packs. All right. So we begin with Ozzie Smith. So right off the bat, we get a star for the Cardinals. And just to show you what the backs look like, you get a nice write-up. You get a large team logo. Not a lot of stats. Maybe that's the one downside. And a nice secondary photo. And then the gimmick was the select stat that they went with. So that's what your card looks like. I really like these. Robin Ventura, White Sox. We got Hal Morris, our first horizontal for the Reds. Kevin Appier. I will say that when I sort these, I will go by the team on the back. For now, I'm just going to, since it doesn't actually have the team name on the front, I'm kind of assuming based on the logos that the player's wearing, that's the team they're on. But when I sort them, I'll actually sort them upside down. So Royals for that one. We got Andy Bennis, San Diego. Terry Steinbach, Oakland. Craig Lefferts, Baltimore. Jeff Russell, Oakland. Pat Kelly, Yankees. Pretty cool shot there. The Jeter rookie looks pretty similar to that. Mike Moore, A's. Dean Palmer, Rangers. Cards are going every which way. Cal Daniels, Cubs. There's a nice Tim Wakefield rookie for Pittsburgh. Another rookie, James Austin for the Brewers. And a rookie prospect, Russ Springer for the Yankees. So that's what a pack looks like. Again, there's a lot of cards in here, so I'll try to go a little bit quicker here. They're also going every which way, which is kind of annoying. Terry Pendleton starts us off here for Atlanta. Dave Winfield, Blue Jays. Ken Caminiti, nice action shot there for the Astros. Yvonne Calderon, Montreal. Scott Fletcher, of course, Montreal going to the Nationals. Scott Fletcher, Milwaukee. Ray Langford, Cardinals. Manny Alexander, Orioles. There's a cool angle. Royce Clayton. Tim Raines, White Sox. Scott Lewis for the Twins. Lance Johnson, White Sox. Walt Weiss, A's. Pedro Stasio, Giants. Brolio Castillo for the Phillies. I do not remember that name. And Shannon Stewart leaping in the sky. I've never seen that particular card. I never pulled that one as a kid. Kind of a funny shot. Let's see. So the Stars, rookies and Triple Crowns. We got some odds from JC, which I appreciate. Andy confirms that the Aces set is sweet. Yes, JC, different pictures on the back. They're beautiful cards. And Adam, good to see you. Good evening. All right, we got Craig Biggio for the Astros. And there's what the back of his card looks like. Juan Gonzalez, Texas. Gary Carter. Not going to see plays like that anymore in baseball. Nice collision play there. Kevin McReynolds for Kansas City. Kevin Appier. Andy Benes. Manuel Lee for the Blue Jays. Geronimo Pena for St. Louis. Greg Vaughn, Brewers. Juan Samuel, Royals. Bert Blyleven, Angels. Rafael Belliard, Braves. There's Shannon Stewart again. You can see we will be getting duplicates. Gary DiSarcina, Angels. And Cal Eldred for the Brewers. Now, Cal Eldred probably would have been a good card back in 93. I think there was some... I feel like there was some buzz or hype around him at the time. We got Tommy Glavine, Robin Yount for the Brewers, Tom Pagnozzi, Brett Saberhagen, Mets, Mike Henneman for Detroit, Doug Drabek, Pirates, Rick Wilkins, Cubs, Manuel Lee, Ramon Martinez for the Dodgers, Mike Greenwell, Red Sox, Sid Fernandez, Mets, Dwayne Ward, Toronto, Chad Curtis, Angels, Frank Seminara, Padres. I don't remember him. And Scott Livingstone for Detroit. Yes, Detroit. All right. Next pack. Mickey Tettleton. We have a very Upper Deck-esque card. Upper Deck did that. What is that? That has a name. Stop motion's coming to mind. That's not right. It has a name. Someone can help me out here. What this is called? Oh, that's gonna bug me. But John Smiley for the Twins, the multiple exposure card. But there's a name for it. And then we have a blurry Nolan Ryan, which kind of is cool. Shows like his speed, I think. So Dennis Martinez, Expos, Rafael Palmeiro. I remember seeing this card as a kid and liking it because you could read the word warm on his bat. Not as famous as maybe some other bat card that had something written on it, but still nice. John Smoltz. Dale Murphy for the Phillies. We have a rookie prospect, Ryan Klesko. That's a nice one. Mike Harkey for the Cubs. Jack McDowell, White Sox. Tom Henke, Toronto. Paul Sorrento, Indians. We have another guy up in the sky, Dan Serafini for the Twins. Double exposure. Thank you, Adam. Eric Karros, rookie. And Todd Hundley, rookie. Now, the cards say rookie. I guess it is possible some of those are not true rookies in the sense of what a card collector would consider their rookie card. All right, next pack, BJ Surhoff. Going to go a little faster now. Luis Sojo, Angels. Will Clark, Giants. Mike Devereaux, Orioles. Joe Carter, Blue Jays. Bip Roberts. If you've been on the blog for a while, he's famous because of the blogs. Brian Harvey, Angels. Ron Karkovice, Chicago. Craig Lefferts, Baltimore. Norm Charlton, one of the nasty boys for the Reds. Greg Vaughn. Juan Samuel. We got Gary DiSarcina. I still can't say his name. Angels. Cal Eldred for the Brewers. And Roberto Hernandez for the White Sox. We're going to have a huge stack of cards. Well, not we. I am going to have a huge stack of cards to sort out of this box. Part of the reason I chose it to do week one. Charles Nagy, Indians. Bill Gullickson, Detroit. Bobby Bowe, still getting paid. For the Mets, Terry Steinbach. A's, Dennis Martinez. Expos, there's Palmeiro again. Smoltz again. Here's one of the select stars. I pulled the Barry Bonds when I was a kid, and it was for a long time, I think, my most valuable book listed card. But we've got Dennis Eckersley for the Athletics. Select stars. Oakland is going to Super Gadget. So there you go. Our first sort of hit, if you will. I'll sleeve that one. It does have a bit of a soft corner there, just so you can kind of make that out. Jose Canseco, Kurt Stillwell, Padres, Mike Bordick, A's, Milt Thompson, Cardinals, Roberto Hernandez, White Sox, Donald Harris, Rangers, and Brett Boone, rookie for the Mariners. I don't think I knew his rookie was in this set. I'll sleeve that one since that's a nice hit. All right, Super Gadget needed hit. It is a nice act. Those cards are really sweet. I love those. I still have my bond somewhere. Mark Langston, Angels. Doug Jones, Astros. Edgar Martinez, nice one for the Mariners. Darryl Hamilton, Brewers. Frank Viola, Red Sox. Steve Avery, Braves. John Olerud, Blue Jays. Geronimo Pena, Cardinals. Jose Canseco again. Bill Wegman, Brewers. Danny Jackson, Padres. Mo Vaughn, Red Sox. And our rookies, Phil Clark, Eric Hillman, and Donovan Osborne. And we're almost through a quarter of the box. They just don't make boxes this full of cards anymore. Speaking of bonds, there's his base card. And Mark McGwire right after that's a lot of home run power. Back-to-back cards. Greg Maddux has a Cub. Greg Olson. Randy Johnson. Ron Gant. This is a star-studded pack. Tony Pena. Dave Steve. Not bad. Glenn Davis. Jim Eisenreich for the Royals. Felix Furman, Indians. Rick Sutcliffe, Orioles. And our rookies, John Jaha, John Vanderwall, another blast from the past, and Craig Colbert. All right. Next column. A lot of good stuff. Hey, more good stuff. Cal Ripken Jr., always like that card. John Kruk for the Phillies. Wade Boggs, Todd Zeile, Bruce Hurst, Carney Lansford, Don Slott, Jeff Russell, Ryan Klesko, rookie prospect, Burt Blyleven, Rafael Belliard, Kurt Stillwell, Brett Boone again, Donald Harris, and Sean Lowe. Guess I didn't realize all the draft picks were like up in the clouds. So there's what the back of that looks like. You can see first round draft pick for the Cardinals. Sean Lowe. Maybe not the Cardinals' best pick ever. All right. Here's another favorite card of mine. I think this card might be in my Franken set, actually. Sandy Alomar Jr. I know it was up for consideration. There's a nice Gary Sheffield. Bobby Anderson. Corey Snyder, also up in there. They like to put guys in the clouds. Dale Murphy. Randy Johnson. Ron Gant. Henry Rodriguez. Jeff Parrott. Chili Davis. Scott Erickson. Kevin Reamer. Sean Lowe in the clouds. Mark Wohlers. And Chris Roberts. Not in the clouds, but looks like he's in the sky. Not sure what the deal was by sticking him in the clouds. But hey, it was the early 90s. Lots of strange things happened. Roberto Alomar. Hey, there's my boy, Barry Larkin. I have a bunch of that one already, but, you know, still fun to pull. Dennis Eckersley. Joe Girardi with the flying helmet. Love it. Face mask, I guess. Robbie Thompson. Who's this? Brian Harper, another nice, a lot of cool play at the plate cards. Ken Hill, Henry Rodriguez, Jeff Parrott, Kurt Schilling, Dan Gladden, Bill Spires, Kurt Knudsen. We have Michael Tucker, first round draft pick, Jeff Conine, and Will Cordero. All right. Randy Tomlin for Pittsburgh. Nice Carlton Fisk. Again, more masks flying. Ken Griffey Jr. Man just doesn't have a bad baseball card. That's beautiful. Jose Rijo. Another nice one. Greg Gagne. Sean Mack. David Cohn. Eric Wedge. Going every which way. Jose Offerman. Randy Mulligan. Mark Gubitska. Todd Steverson, Andy Stankovich, Jeff Tackett, and Pat Hentgen. A few good names in that pack. A few guys that I don't remember. Can't get this pack open. There we go. That one didn't want to open up. George Bratt was hiding on top. Kirby Puckett, Fred McGriff, Ryan Sandberg, Lou Whitaker, Terry Mulholland, Mike Harkey, Dave Steve, Mike Bordick, Milt Thompson, Chili Davis, Mark Wohlers, Chris Roberts, Hippolito Picardo, and Matt Stairs. I'm still looking for that Jeter for you, JC. Still looking. There's a nice Paul O'Neill. I have a lot of Reds cards, but I don't think I've ever seen that card. Danny Tartable, Larry Walker, Tony Pena, Jose Rijo, Greg Gagne, JT Snow, Steve Olin, Charlie Hayes, Charlie Leibrandt, Ben McDonald, Hippolito guy again, Matt Stairs, Eric Young, and, well, we got half of it. We got the Derek, but it's Derek Wallace. Not the leaping infielder that you are trying to pull from this box, I suppose. All right. We've got Ellis Burks in the dugout, taping up his bat. Not an image you see a lot. We got a lot of, just enough like interesting images to keep the set fun, I think. Lee Smith, speaking of interesting images, Andre Dawson. There's another nice one. Matt Williams, Candy Maldonado, Ivan Calderon, JT Snow, Steve Olin, Mark Gardner, Kelly Gruber, Randy Myers, Steve Reed, Rusty Meacham, Bob Zupchik, and Tim Wakefield. I wonder if Tim Wakefield's the last guy that... No, probably not. I was going to say, I wonder who the last guy in this set is, like the most recent to have retired. Terry Pendleton starts us off here. Dave Winfield, Ken Caminiti, Willie McGee, Harold Reynolds, Dave Magadan, Bernie Williams, Sid Bream, Phil Plantier, Harold Baines, Orlando Merced, Chuck Finley, Pat Mahomes. There's a nice Tim Salmon, and Benji Grigsby. I don't remember that name. JC says, like pulling Jared Jones or Quinn Priester in 2024 update when you want the other Pirates rookie pitcher. Wally Joyner, Oral Hershiser, Roberto Kelly, Kevin Moss, Matt Sharperson, don't remember him, Steve Farr, Glenn Davis, David Cohn, Scott Erickson, Kevin Reamer, Charlie Hayes, Charlie Leibrandt, Eric Young, Derek Wallace, again, Dave Nilsson. They're just messing with you now. The packs are just messing with you. We still have half the box to go. For as many duplicates as there are, you might end up with two. Who knows? Lenny Dykstra, Luis Polonia, Mel Hall, Greg Jeffries, John Franco, Tony Fernandez. That's a cool Craig Gribick shot. Rick Wilkins, Bob Ojeda, Brian Hunter, Kevin Brown, Russ Springer, Dan Serafini. There's a nice Eric Karros for the Dodgers, and Todd Hundley. All right. Mark Langston, Doug Jones, Edgar Martinez, Steve Bushiel, Chris Hoyles, Otis Nixon, Danny Jackson, Bobby Witt. Is this, I believe, the father of Bobby Witt Jr.? I guess I forgot he played for the Athletics. Tom Browning, Jeff Montgomery, Tim Wallach, Eric Karros, Todd Hundley, John Jaha, and John Vanderwall. Okay, my stack's getting too big. I got to start a second stack of base cards. That's how many cards we have here. Wally Joyner, Oral Hershiser, Roberto Kelly, Sammy Sosa, Juan Guzman, Eric Davis with the ball flying in the corner there, Doug Henry, Rene Gonzalez, Pat Kelly, Mike Moore, Kyle Daniels. We have Jason Kendall up in the sky. Jim Bullinger, Arthur Rhodes, and Sam Militello for the Yankees. Andy Engel, did I realize I pulled up Pat Mahomes? No, I am going so fast I can't say that I did. I'll slow down for this one. Look at that shot. Kevin Seitzer. Looks like he got absolutely drilled by a fastball, and he does not look happy. Maybe not the image I'd want immortalized on a baseball card if I was Kevin, but for the rest of us, it's a cool card. Darren Dalton, Junior Felix, Mike Fetters, George Bell, Brett Butler, Henry Rodriguez, Jeff Parrott, Scott Erickson, Kevin Reamer, Charlie Hayes, Charlie Liebrandt, Chad Curtis, Frank Seminara, and Scott Livingston. There's Ozzy again. That's who we started with, wasn't it? Robin Ventura, Hal Morris, Kevin Mitchell, Brett Saberhagen, Mike Henneman, Manuel Lee, Geronimo Pena, Pete Harnish, Joe Orsulek, Tom Browning, Jeff Montgomery, John Jaha, John Vanderwall, and Craig Colbert. Mitch Williams. There's a nice Tony Gwynn. Telling you, a lot of great photography in this set. Cecil Fielder, Ricky Henderson, Sean Dunston, Pudge. There's our Pudge sighting. Danny Jackson, Bobby Witt again, Jack McDowell, Tom Hume, Paul Sorrento, Jim Eisenreich, Reggie Jefferson, Dan Wilson, and there it is, Derek Jeter. And I'm going to sleeve it because it's a Jeter rookie, and we know it's a Jeter rookie. So it appears to be in pretty good shape. I'm no card grader, so make no promises of anything, but I will sleeve it immediately. That white spot was on the sleeve, not the card. So there we go. And he says this must be a no aces in this version. I don't know what to be honest, I don't remember where I ordered this box from. It didn't say on it like hobby or retail or anything, so I have no idea. Didn't know, no information, so we just went with it. Delano DeShields, Julio Franco, Mark Grace, Kevin Tapani, Mike Morgan, Steve Sachs, Vince Coleman, JT Snow, Steve Olin, Ben McDonald, Mike Bordick, Spike Owen, Phil Clark, Eric Hillman, and Donovan Osborne. JC says in a screw down. I think a penny sleeve is enough for Mr. Jeter. Who needs a screw down? I don't know. Is this? I don't even know if this is his. How sought after this select rookie is compared to his other rookies. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. I'm a set collector and and I guess a Larkin collector, but his rookie's pretty worthless because it's 1987 Topps. Mickey Tettleton, John Smiley, Nolan Ryan, Doug Drabeck, Daryl Hamilton, Frank Viola, Steve Avery, Jose Canseco, Henry Rodriguez, Tim Wallach, Luis Gonzalez, Mike Galago, Todd Steverson, Andy Stankovich, and Jeff Tackett. Yeah, there's a bunch of dads in here. But who's the last player? That's trivia for someone to figure out. Joe Girardi again, Ellis Burks, Lee Smith, Brett Butler, Kevin Tapani, Mike Morgan, Steve Sachs. Whoop, we have our second select stars, and it's another nice looking card. Darren Dalton for the Phillies. That kind of has like a funky textured foil finish to it. They definitely look different than the regular base cards. Let's go into the Phillies. Where are the Phillies on my list? JC, going to you. I'll sleeve that in one moment. Lenny Harris, Scott Bankhead. Yeah. Tim Belcher, back-to-back Reds pitchers. Rick Aguilera, Jeff Tackett, Pat Henkin, and there's Pat Mahomes again. So I sped by the Mahomes pick last time. All right. That's 75. Super Gadget says 86 people want that card on TCDV. And yeah, Dufex coding. I think you're right. That was like a thing for a little while. Andy Van Slyke, Albert Bell, Rob Dibble, Mariano Duncan, Milt Coiler, Mike Musina, Bob Tewksbury, Carlos Garcia, Willie Wilson, Felix Furman, Rick Sutcliffe, Jose Offerman, Jeff Kent, Eddie Tavency, and Willie Green. A lot of, it's a strong checklist overall. Certainly some players I don't know much of, but I feel like for the most part, the stars are here. Steve Finley, Roger Clemens, Eddie Murray, Travis Fryman, Howard Johnson, Melido Perez, Felix Jose, Pat Borders, Royce Clayton, Bob Welch, Benito Santiago, Willie Randolph, Michael Tucker, Kurt Knudsen, and Jeff Conine. R.I.P. Dutch Dalton. Yeah, he had a rough go of it. I think that's suffice to say. Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Greg Maddox, Greg Olson, John Olerud, Robbie Thompson, Brian Harper, Jeff Parrott, JT Snow, Joe Oliver, Brian McRae, Scott Bankhead, Pat Henkin, Pat Mahomes again, and Tim Salmon again. Andy's angling to get a Jeter if we get another one. I mean, we've pulled duplicates of a lot of players, so there's certainly a chance here. Andre Dawson, Don Mattingly, Dave Justice, Keith Miller, Vince Coleman. I also think we're still pulling new guys that I don't remember saying. Behind Vince is Howard Johnson, Melido Perez, Jimmy Key, Matt Noakes, Bud Black, Tim Raines, Scott Lewis, Tim Salmon again, Benji Grigsby, and Brian Jordan. Anytime I see Brian Jordan, I think of the card showing him with a baseball bat hitting a football. Kent Herbick, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, Darryl Strawberry. I don't think we pulled that card yet. Chuck Knobloch, Carlos Baerga, Eric Anthony, Greg Jeffries, Lenny Harris, Jimmy Key, Randy Mulligan, Mark Gabitska, Phil Plantier, Reggie Sanders, pretty sure that one's new, Dan Walters, and Jim Tomei. Yeah, there's lots of good, at least labeled rookies in this set. Lenny Dykstra, Luis Palunia, Mel Hall, Mark Witten, Mark Lemke, Kevin McReynolds, Manny Alexander, Ron Karkovice, Tom Brunansky, Billy Hatcher, kind of a cool horizontal shot there, Dave Stewart, Will Cordero, Steve Reed, Rusty Meacham, and Bob Zupchuk. All right, we're down to 3 more packs, which is still 45 more cards for the record. Randy Tomlin, Carlton Fisk, Ken Griffey Jr. again, Ken Hill, Matt Williams, Candy Maldonado, Steve Olin, Pat Borders, Tim Belcher, Rick Aguilera, Bud Black, Benji Grigsby, Brian Jordan, Greg Colbrum, and BJ Wallace, who looks like he's playing on the moon. The surface. So strange. I guess the Jeter one, he's up in the sky too. I always just thought that was like an action shot of him playing shortstop. Didn't realize almost every one of those draft pick cards has a guy airborne, or at least appearing to be. Mike Scioscia, I don't think we pulled that card yet. Deion Sanders, another one I don't remember saying. Ron Darling, Felix Jose, Mark Witten, Mark Lemke, Greg Gribick, Rick Wilkins, Lance Johnson, Walt Weiss, Norm Charlton, Greg Colbrin. There's BJ Wallace again, Pedro Stasio, and Brolio Castillo. All right, we got 1 pack left out of this box. And then we still have a bunch more to open tonight. Bill Swift, Leo Gomez, Jay Bell, John Franco, Tony Fernandez, Kevin Mitchell, Matt Noakes, Greg Grebick, Harold Baines, Orlando Merced, Chuck Finley, Mike Perez, Tim McIntosh, Tom Goodwin, and our final one is Kenny Lofton. I don't think I said him either. Whew, so there you have it. Score select. I think this is an awesome base set. Obviously, a lot of duplicates in the box, but that's par for the course when you get a box of this many cards in it. I'm going to try to stack these back in here if I can. I'm going to recap the main hits here. We pulled just 2 inserts, but I kind of like the inserts are actually like, I don't know if valuable is the right word to use here, but certainly rare. So they felt special. And then, of course, the Derek Jeter rookie was the thing we were hoping to hit out of the box, and we did. So no complaints. Let's see, JC, Salmon, Kendall, Kent, Stewart, lots of rookies. Yes. For our era. And Andy, the Tomei card looks like he's pitching. Yeah, there was some interesting photo choice. All right, I threw this in as a bonus, so why not just open this quickly? It is a hobby pack. So I don't know what that means in relation to this. I think it's a Sonic, so I don't know. You guys can figure it out. 4 of you are going to get a card, or 4 teams. We got Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. We have Kyle Tucker for Houston. We have a Youthquake, Mackenzie Gore for the Padres. That's what that one looks like on the back side. You can see more of a refractor finish. And a nice Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. So there you go. Little bonus pack, super quick. All right. So we still have 3 more boxes for tonight. Just to recap, we're going to open those, and let me grab some water real quick. Okay. Oh, Tucker, we had is Tucker a refractor? It probably was, and I probably missed it. Yes. Is it? Usually they say refractor on the backside. It does look like it, doesn't it? Hold on. Let me. They have a light here that I can flip on. I think. There we go. Let's see if that shines differently. Yeah. It is a refractor. Kyle Tucker is a refractor. We can see the clear difference in the borders there. So there we go. Let me turn this back off because it's usually more distracting than helpful. All right. So in that case, I better sleeve the Tucker. Yeah. That's a nice refractor to get. Okay. And I guess I'll sleeve the Gore while I'm at it. All right, let's see. What should we do next? How about we move on to the Fanatics box? So I have 2 of these blasters. We're going to open one tonight. We'll open one later on. Different night since I have 2 of them. But we'll do one of them tonight. Yeah, I think it is a refractor, JC. It didn't see that it said it on the card back like they usually do, but no, I'm pretty sure it is. You guys spot them better than I do. I don't know what that says about my vision, but it is what it is. All right, so here's what this looks like on the inside. Just as expected, a bunch of packs. There's your empty blaster. All right, so like I said, this is a Fanatics blaster, so there's the chance to get a redemption for some sort of signed thing. Signed piece of memorabilia, and that'd be really cool if we did. So I guess we'll find out. All right, so we did 1993. Now we're going all the way up to 2025. So from old to brand new, hot off the presses. Seth Lugo for Kansas City. Lars Nootbaar, St. Louis. We've got Shea Whitcomb, Houston. Eloy Jimenez, Baltimore. Yu Darvish, San Diego. Dylan Dingler, Detroit. Ahmed Rosario, Reds. Adrian Del Castillo for the Diamondbacks. We have something upside down. It is a rainbow foil, I believe. Luis de los Santos for the Blue Jays, the rainbow foil board. We have another upside down. Bobby Witt Jr., Stars of MLB, Kansas City, very nice. And we have another upside down. This is the Topps. Oh, I forget what they call it, like the Topps parallel. You can see it's shiny and it says Topps logo all the way around. Not serially numbered, but pretty sweet for San Diego. Very shiny. And Mason Wynn for the Cardinals. Not bad. That was a pretty solid pack. Yeah, apparently the Fanatics boxes or blasters are the way to go if you're buying blasters, from what I could tell. At least that was true last year. I think last year was the first year of them. Willie Castro. Chris Bassett, Blue Jays. There's a 3-player. Those will just be randomized at the end of the break. Tyler Stevenson for the Reds. Jose Altuve, Houston. Randy Arozarena, Seattle. Joe Adell, Angels. Cole Reagans for the Royals. We have a Gordon Graceffo, rookie 1990 Topps 35th anniversary insert for the Cardinals. I do like those a lot this year. We have another Stars of MLB, Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves. And then we have another Topps parallel, Shea Langoliers. So JC says these are also 1 per pack. So there you go. They're a sharp-looking insert, though. And Grant McRae for San Fran. I do like those. All right. Zach Wheeler, Phillies. Christian Mina, I don't know. Diamondbacks. Will Brennan, Cleveland. Dylan Cease, San Diego. Hunter Fiducia, LA. Jock Peterson, Arizona. Vinny Pasquantino, Kansas City. Mike Mikolas, St. Louis. Drew Romo, Colorado. Our next star of MLB is Juan Soto for the Yankees. And then we have our Topps parallel, Topps logo parallel, Drew Romo for the Rockies, rookie, and Andrew Benintendi. They do seem to be 1 per pack, so that seems to check out in terms of those Topps parallels. Michael McGreevy, St. Louis. Paul Blackburn, New York. Tyro Estrada, San Fran. Tyler Phillips, Philadelphia. Ryan Helsley, St. Louis. Pedro Leon, Houston. Ryan Thompson, Arizona. Shea Langoliers, base card. We have a Grapefruit League, Francisco Lindor for the Mets. We have a Stars of MLB, Matt Chapman for the Giants. And our Topps logo is Miles Mikolas for the Cardinals, and then Christopher Sanchez for the Phillies. A lot of inserts / parallels in each pack, so if you try to build the set this way, you're going to need a lot of blasters. Brandon Pfaadt for the Diamondbacks. There's a nice Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Sonny Gray, St. Louis. Zach DeZenzo, Houston. Tommy Edman, LA. Brandon Lowe, Tampa. Rhett Lauder, rookie for my Reds. Tanner Scott, San Diego. Chris Morel, Tampa. There's Stars of MLB, Aaron Judge. Nice one for the Yanks. And our parallel, Cole Reagans for KC. And Adele Amador for the Rockies finishes off that pack. Andy says after all those 93 packs, sometimes forget we're back to modern day. Yeah, I got to keep you on your toes. We can do old stuff. We do new stuff. That's the fun of Breakers Club. You get a little bit of everything. Francisco Lindor for the Mets. DJ Hers, Washington. Isaac Paredes, Chicago. Anthony Volpe, Yankees. Andrew Abbott, Reds. There's a Paul Skeens rookie cup. So, of course, not a true rookie card anymore. That was last year, but nice rookie cup for Pittsburgh. Connor Norby, Miami. Jorge Soler, Atlanta. Sandy Alcantara, Marlins. Our Stars card is Jose Ramirez for Cleveland. And our Topps logo parallel is Xavier Edwards for Miami. And Richie Palacios finishes off that pack. Pete Crow Armstrong, Future Stars. I like the Future Star with the colorful script there for the Cubs. Boston checklist. Spencer Steer, one of my early favorite pictures from any card. It happens to be a red, but it's one of my favorite images I've seen from this year's top set. Brandon Marsh, Phillies. Christian Encarnacion Strand, Reds. Josh Jung, Rangers. We have a National League Cubs card. We have a gold, Tyler Phillips. This should be numbered out of 2025, and it is down there at the bottom, 824 out of 2025 for the Phillies. So that's a nice one for the Phillies. Phillies. Going to JC. We have a Ronald Acuna Jr. 1990 Topps. I like those. Our Stars card is Nolan Arenado for the Cardinals. And for the A's, we get Topps logo Abraham Toro and Andres Chaparro for the Nationals is our last base card. All right. A couple more packs yet. Angel Martinez, Cleveland. John Gray, Texas. Baltimore team card. Eugenio Suarez for the Diamondbacks. Kyle Schwarber, Phillies. Cade Povich, I don't know, for Baltimore. Dansby Swanson, Cubs. Gerardo Perdomo for the Diamondbacks. We have an upside down Nico Horner Sparkle. I don't know. For the Cubbies. Shiny Sparkle. It's not serially numbered. So I don't know what they call it. They have so many parallels, it's hard to keep track. But that's going to Ben G. So there you go, Ben. I'll sleeve that one with the other one in just a moment here. Mookie Betts is our rookie star. And our logo one is a nice Tigers team card. That's pretty sweet. And Luis Rengifo for the Angels. All right, and our final Fanatics pack. Still hoping for one of those redemptions for a cool piece of memorabilia. We have Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers, Ryan Pepiot, Rays, Boston team card, Zach Neto, Angels, Giancarlo Stanton, Yankees, Kyle Harrison, Giants, Ezequiel Tovar, Rockies, Teoscar Hernandez, Dodgers. We have a 2024 Greatest Hits, Mike Tauchman for the Cubs. Knocking out the Cardinals is what that celebrates. We have a first pitch, Adrian Beltre. This is going to Texas. We have Francisco Lindor, Stars of MLB for the Mets. And our logo is Chris Morel. And Brady Singer, pictured as a Royal, but now a red, finishes off the blaster. All right, JC coming in with information for me says this is either a silver holofoil or sand glitter. I mean, I'm staring at it. You could argue it's either of those. It feels, I don't know. I'll try to catch it in the light. It's pretty cool, though. Whatever it is, it's pretty neat. We'll sleeve it. Probably slightly rare. I'll sleeve the Topps Gold one as well. I'll probably go through and sleeve the other inserts, or at least some of them. Try to do that. As long as I don't run out of sleeves. All right, so that finishes off the blaster. Now, the next one that we're going to do is this, and there's two of these. And I wanted to do them. We're going to do one tonight, and I'm going to do the second one next week. And mostly that's because these are going to be a giant pain for me to sort. And I know this going into it. But I believe that none of the cards actually say the team name anywhere on them. Kind of par for the course because they're unlicensed, at least in terms of teams, I believe. But what I'm going to do is, and I said this when I put these up on the Discord, but just to make sure, the TCDB has the base set listed that has teams assigned to the vast majority of the players. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use their team listings for the card. So I'm going to have to go through TCDB and compare. Now, we're probably going to pull some inserts, or we might. And those don't appear to always have team listings over on TCDB. So if they don't, just for example, say I pull a Ken Griffey Jr., right? And it's not clear who he's pictured as. I'll go back to see if Ken Griffey Jr. was in the base set. And if he was and who he was listed as, that's who it'll go to. We'll also work on if we can tell from the picture who the jersey is, then that will be another way to do it. But this has a very artistic finish to it. So it's kind of difficult for whatever that's worth. All right, JC says, not necessarily from the select set, but the longest tenured players that played in 93 were Brad Ausmus, Trevor Hoffman, and Russ Springer, all retired in 2010. Okay. Now, I'm trying to remember if we pulled any of their cards. I read through so many names there. It's a blur to me. I'd have to go back and look, I think. Okay, so the box, so there's a bunch of packs. Let's take the packs out first. It's a whole lot of packs. The box says cut signatures cards are 1 in 48 packs, so 1 in every 4 boxes. Hold that so you guys can read it too. The stained glass cards are 1 in every, let's just say 2.5 boxes. 2.4 if you want to be precise. Printing plates are 1 in every 3.7 boxes, and foil designs are 1 in every 7.4 boxes. So that's all that. There's also some sort of wrapper redemption. I don't know anything about this, but I am going to keep the wrappers, and I'll probably send in. You're supposed to get either a Rose or a Bonds bonus card. So it didn't seem if assuming it comes in, I don't know what I'll do with that. Well, I have the red, so if it's a Rose, it'll probably be a red, but the Bonds, I guess, would go to the Giant. So most likely, or maybe the Pirates, depending who he is pictured as. So if it comes in time, then cool. I'll just add those to the stack, but I don't know. I don't put any stock into the wrapper redemption thing. I might even be expired by now. I have no idea. So I won't worry too much about that, but we will look at the packs here. So let's hope for something fun out of this, since it's going to be a mess to sort. And we begin with a very sparkly, and you can see they're all going to be pretty shiny here. George Sisler, 1 of 800 for this particular design. There's different tiers too. And so you can see it's like kind of an artistic rendition. So it's you can't really look at the picture for most of these and say, oh, he's definitely pictured as a blank in terms of the team. All right. Next up, 1 out of 100, Dave Winfield. That one's pretty sweet. Like I said, different tiers. We've got Tom Glavine. Now that one's pretty clearly a Braves uniform. 1 out of 1,600. So the base are out of 16. They're not really numbered. They just tell you how rare they are. And then we have Phil Rizzuto, who appears to be batting barefoot and bare-chested. Perhaps that's very difficult to tell what's happening in that photo. Maybe it's a famous photo that I don't know, but Phil Rizzuto. So pretty interesting cards. Yeah, the Sisler St. Louis Browns. Who else do we have here? I'm going to have to go back through and redo this. I should point out, because I can see it in the light. Let me see if I can get the light. See that weird crease going through the card there? I did not do that. If I get it just right, you can see it right there. Kind of I don't know. You can feel it when you get it and just try it. I don't think any of the others had it that I saw, but so hopefully that's not something that will be in lots of packs. All right, next pack. Look at something like that. I can't even tell who that guy is. But it's Babe Ruth. Guess I should have been able to tell that, but I couldn't. Out of 800, we have a very snazzy parallel there. Carl Yastrzemski out of 25. Well, that's pretty sweet. And it does not say teams anywhere on there. We've got Frank Thomas out of 1600 and Bob Feller out of 1600. JC, you don't have to try to. Yes, I think that the Rizzuto is an Army photo. I was trying to figure out what was happening there, and there are guys in the background. It's a black and white photo. I do believe that is what we're looking at. It's pretty blurry, and the sparkle effect makes it kind of hard to see. But there's palm trees and stuff, so that would make sense for the Rizzuto. All right, next pack. We have out of 800, Rogers Hornsby. And this looks like Gwynn. It is Gwynn out of only 150. So many different parallels here. Tony Gwynn. That'll be a Padre, of course. We've got Mike Piazza out of 1600. And Bobby Doerr out of 1600. So some of the guys are easy because they only played for one team. So that's who they're going to. But some are going to be a little more challenging. But I will do my best. All right. We have Josh Gibson. So officially not tied to any specific MLB team. So that would go in the non-MLB slot. We have a all-time great, very sparkly out of 200, Earl Weaver. Pretty cool. Steve Carlton out of 1600. That's a Philly. And Pee Wee Reese also out of 1600. The card stock is decent. It's thick enough. All right, next pack we have out of 800, Joe Medwick. Joe Medwick. Not a name you hear very often anymore. And we have a very silver sparkly Willie Mays. This one's out of 400. And this looks like Seaver. It is Seaver out of 1600. And Bill Terry. I wouldn't come up with that one. Also out of 1600. Yes, the base regular base cards are the ones out of 1600. That is correct. I did look that much up. This just seemed like a set that probably most people didn't own anything from. Oh, we're going to get a stained glass card. I see it. Let's we'll bump that to the bottom, shall we? All right, we got Tom Glavine first out of 1600. And then we have Ralph Kiner, also out of 1600. And then we have a Pop Lloyd out of 800. And a stained glass of Derek Jeter. So there's the stained glass. This is, I got the Larkin one, but this is what made me find this set. You can see through the card. You can see my Nachos Grande mat underneath here. And the stained glass are actually properly serially numbered out of only 25 copies. So this is a very cool card, and I honestly really like the stained glass ones. They're pretty sweet. So that is a nice hit for the Yankees for sure. Andy asks or says, never heard of this product before. Was it a one and done company? If you search in TCDB, I feel like they showed up in some other spots. I don't really know the details of the company. Like I said, I only found them because of the stained glass when I wanted the Barry Larkin. But they're nice. And this is obviously a very nice hit for the Yankees. So very cool. I would say the cards are an acquired taste in terms of, they're super sparkly and a little bit hard to read in a lot of cases, but they give you a lot of nice information on the card back. Talk about the Hall of Fame and what the guy did, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I think they're pretty solid, honestly. So this is at 800. This is Hank Greenberg. And then we have Jackie Robinson out of only 400. Again, keeping track of all the parallels, impossible. And then Rod Carew out of 1600. And Pi Traynor out of 1600. He played 1920 and 1937. I honestly don't know anything about him. So I'll have to learn some things about some of these guys, especially the super old ones. All right. So far, so good. We've got Dizzy Dean out of 800. And then next, another cool swirl effect. If I get it in the light just right, you can kind of see that. Out of 125, Johnny Bench. All the other reds in the background. That's a cool card. We've got Reggie Jackson, Mr. October himself, and Earl Combs. Earl Combs. He's a Yankee because it says overshadowed on his own team by Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Another guy that I don't know much about. I believe the stained glass checklist is a full parallel of the base set, but I could be wrong. The Jeter is number 108 for whatever that's worth, but I might be very wrong about that. All right, next up, Mel Ott out of 800, and then a shiny silver out of only 100, Carl Hubble, and we have a strangely artistic interpretation of Carlton Fisk waving the ball fair. But lest us forget, the Reds still win that World Series. And Judy Johnson, Negro League player out of 1600. And I like that there are some Negro League players included. Those will be going in the non-MLB spot. JC says Jeter's $15, $18 sales on eBay. I think a lot of people just don't know about this set, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised to see the values rise as people learn about it. It's not bad. The stained glass are so far by far my favorite. Oh, we got Ken Griffey Jr. So I mentioned Ken Griffey Jr. as my example. I have to admit, he looks like he's in a Mariners uniform here, but I'll go by what TCDB says first, and then I'll do judgment calls second if I have to. We got Ted Williams. Oh, the Griffey was out of 800. The Ted Williams is out of only 150. Then we've got George Brett out of 1600 and Gabby Hartnett out of 1600. We get a decent number of cards in the little box as well. All right. We have, I don't know who we have here. Try to flip it over. Cool Papa Bell is who we have out of 800. And behind him, George Sisler out of 200. And this looks like Carter. It is Gary Carter off 1600. And Lefty Grove also out of 1600. And our last pack of this for tonight is going to start with, don't know. Separate them carefully. Lou Gehrig. Okay. Again, some of the images not great. Not going to lie about that. Bill Dickey out of 400. Oh, the Gehrig was out of 800. So I think the 1600 is the base cards, and then out of 800 is sort of the second tier. Here's Ozzie Smith out of 1600. Definitely has a Padre there, though. Again, I'm going to go by what TCDB lists first, though. So if he's listed as a Cardinal, he's going to go in the Cardinals. But if not, or if there's no team listed, then I would say that's a Padre. So that's how I'm going to do it because that's just the fairest way. And we end with Al Simmons, also out of 1,600. So there you go. I think the stained glass are 1 in every 2.5 boxes. So they're pretty rare to get. So the fact that we got one is very cool. And like I said, we have one more of these boxes. And we'll do it next week, hopefully, because it's going to take me so long to sort those that hopefully I'll have them sorted before the rest of the break is done. All right, JC does say that Ozzy's a Padre in this set. So, JC, what did the boxes run? I want to say $80 a box, something like that, 90. I don't know if I still have it written down. I'm looking. Yeah, I think they were about $80 a box. $79.99, something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly. It was somewhere right in there. There's a bunch of cut signatures are 1 in. What did I say they were? 1 in 4 boxes. So I think that's the driving thing. The cut signature checklist has a lot of big names on it. All right, and we still have one more box to do tonight. So this is going to finish off Breakers Club for tonight. But then we'll be back the next 3 weeks with 3 more, hopefully, fun nights. And like I said, this is a surprise box that I added in tonight. And then I have one more surprise box that I just have to wait to actually arrive. So I can't officially announce it until it shows up. But I do plan to add another box in before all is said and done. But I'm excited for this one. I don't really know anything about this set. I stumbled across it searching for something else. And I was drawn to the Baseball Heroes look here. So I don't know. I don't know what the set really looks like overall, but the box does say that there should be there's 18 packs per box, and jerseys are seated 1 in 16 packs. And it says there's also autographs possible from Ichiro, Griffey, and A-Rod. So who knows? Who knows? All right. So let me, packs kind of slid all over. Got the old school Upper Deck foil feel to those packs. So there's all that. And then just a big old hunk of styrofoam. All right. Slide that out of the way. So I know nothing about this set. In fact, I just fairly recently got this box and decided that would make a fun bonus. So I kept it as a secret. Does it give us any odds on the back? Not really. You can enter to win something. I'm not going to read that quickly. Oh, it does have odds on the back. Okay, so we can get specially marked UD reverse negatives, 1 in 9 packs, 89 flash packs numbered out of 4,000 and change. UD Heroes of Baseball, Ichiro, Griffey, A-Rod, numbered out of 1989. Signed Heroes of Baseball. Griffey and A-Rod, numbered out of 185. Ichiro out of 125. Rare UD Star rookie cards, 1 in 16. Gold retro, blah, blah, blah. So there's a bunch of stuff we could get. But nothing looks super easy. So we'll see what happens. All right. First of all, let's say satisfying pack wrapper to open. It's like that papery foil kind that you used to get. I enjoyed that for whatever that's worth. And here's what your cards look like. So very retro. Trot Nixon. Let's flip one over just to see the backside. That's what the backside looks like. Yeah. Don't remember this set at all. CC Sabathia for the Indians. Pat Burrell, Phillies. Michael Crudali, rookie for the Cardinals. And Mr. Trevor Hoffman for the Padres. We were talking about him a little earlier. Let's see. JC says Ozzy's a Padre in the set. Okay, yes. It certainly looked like that from the jersey picture. Interesting player ties. Piazza and Maddox as Padres. Strange on Piazza. He played 1 year in San Diego late in his career. Yeah, that is strange. Maybe whoever made the set was a Padres fan and just wanted more Padre representation, you know? Certainly could be the case. I'm sure that Swinko won't mind since he has the Padres in the break. All right, we got our next pack has Sammy Sosa, and then we have numbered out of, it's a hit out of 350, 114 out of 350, Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks. That's a pretty nice looking jersey card. You can get a picture of Gonzalez's upper deck card there. See what the back looks like. Kind of standard card back. But numbered out 350 for the Diamondbacks, not bad. Got a pinstripe. This is going to Schway Fumbler, who has the Diamondbacks in the break. So a nice hit for you, my friend. We got Cam Esslinger for the Rockies. I do not remember that name. And Paul Konerko for the White Sox. Also say the cards feel a little bit thicker than expected, which is nice. Not complaining. Yeah, it's very 89 Upper Deck-ish, except the photos are a bit brighter. I feel like 89 Upper Deck is pretty dark if you actually look at the images. Also, I feel like the logo circles are brighter too. So, Jock Jones for the Twins, Gabe Kapler, Rangers, Bartolo Colon, Indians, Chris Baker for the Blue Jays, and Gary Sheffield for the Braves. Even though he's in Dodgers gear, clearly labeled as the Braves. So that's where it goes. All right. Next pack. Toby Hall for the Rays, Phil Nevin, Padres. Diamondbacks get Matt Williams. Adrian Beltre goes to the Dodgers, and Russ Ortiz for the Giants. Pretty heavy on the NL West there. I see an A-Rod in the back of this pack. We've got Tom Glavine for the Braves, Christian Guzman, Twins, Mo Vaughn, Mets. Picture is an Angel, but clearly labeled Mets. Brendan Donnelly, Angels, and A-Rod, as I mentioned, as a Ranger. JC says, it's Topps Heritage, but Upper Deck. That's true. As opposed to when Upper Deck did their vintage line when it was actually Topps, but also Upper Deck. We've got Christian Guzman for the Twins. There's our Pudge sighting for this set, going to the Rangers. We have another jersey. This is the A-Rod, one of the chase players out of the set for the Rangers. Nice little star there. SR81. So there we go. The box said that jerseys are see at 1 in 16 packs, and there's 18 packs in the box. So we've already crushed the odds on that one. That's going to the Rangers. Andy, that's going to you. Nice A-Rod, along with his rookie card photo. And we've got the big sexy himself, Bartolo Colon. So I think we've done okay with this box, and we're barely into it. Jeff Bagwell, Astros, Robert Fick, Tigers, Jeff Cirillo, Mariners, Dave Justice as a Athletic, and right over here, traded to Athletics, and Mike Piazza as a Met. I'd like to pull the Griffey autograph. That'd make me happy. Is that asking too much? Darren Erstad for the Angels. We have another relic. Tom Glavine, Stars of 89, going to the Braves. Also not numbered. Pretty plain swatch, but kind of a cool design. I like that one. That's going to Schway Fumbler as well, going to the Braves. So that's our third. That's our third hit already, and all different, kind of all different designs. We got John Enos for the Braves and Barry Zito. Okay. Next pack. Tim Hudson, A's. Robert Person, Phillies. Vlad Guerrero Sr., Expos. Todd Donovan, San Diego. And Jeff Beckler for Baltimore. Had to flip that one over to tell who he was for. So what do we think of this set? This one completely under the radar for me. I don't remember this set at all. Jeffrey Hammonds, Brewers. There's a nice Frank Thomas for the White Sox. John Olerud, Mariners. Another Mariner, Freddie Garcia. And there's a Derek Jeter sighting. Nice Jeter. Of course, Jeter in most Upper Deck products pretty heavily, featured heavily. Javier Vazquez, Expos. Jeremy Burnitz, Mets. Jason Kendall, Pittsburgh. Omar Vizquel, Indians. And we have a Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball Heroes as a red. Actually, in fact, traded from Seattle to the Reds. 1736 out of 1989. That's a keeper for me. Very cool. I should keep one of these packs, and then I can go through the odds at a later date. All right, Roger Clemens, Yankees. Manny Ramirez, Red Sox. Roberto Alomar for the Mets. Matt Thornton, Mariners. And there's Ken Griffey Jr. as a red. There's his base card. That's what the backside looks like. Decent. I don't think I had either of those Griffies. We might have another relic in here. Jeff Kent, Giants. Jim Edmonds, Cardinals. We do. Our fourth. Carlos Delgado for the Blue Jays. Toronto. Dr. Mustang, going to you. You have Toronto this time around. Blue Jays. Carlos Delgado. So that's our fourth relic. Troy Glaus, Angels. The box clearly says... Oh, I see. 3 unique jersey inserts, each inserted 1 in 16 packs. So I guess we should have got 3, and we got 4. So we're still ahead of pace. I didn't understand how they worded it, I guess. So even better than I was expecting. Mark Kotze, Padres. Sean Green, Dodgers. Andrew Jones, Braves. Sean Casey for my Reds. And Fernando Vina for St. Louis. All right, so the Jeter and the Gonzalez Retro Star rookie jerseys. There's also like what did I say? The backwards cards, the UD reverse negatives. I don't know how we know. We already pulled one of Pudge, so looks like the same card. So I don't know. We got another Pudge. Tanyan Sturts for the Rays, Edgar Renteria Cardinals, Mark Quinn Royals, and Kerry Wood for the Cubbies. That was a good pull for the Cubs at this time. Kerry Wood. Steve Finley, Diamondbacks. Brian Jordan as a Dodger. Kevin Frederick, Twins. Darryl Kyle, Cardinals. Randy Wolf, Phillies. All right, and we're almost done with tonight's Breakers Club. This is our penultimate pack. And we have Torrey Hunter for the Twins, Tony Bautista, Orioles, Raul Mondesi, Blue Jays, Jaime Cerda for the Mets, and Mike Mussina for the Yankees. And our final pack for tonight features right on top 1989 Randy Johnson. Expos to Diamondbacks, 1989 flashbacks. And this is serially numbered, I see, on the side here. What do we got here? 429 out of 4,225. So Diamondbacks and Expos. Gonna make me do work right off the bat. I gotta randomize that. We'll do that after we look at our final cards, shall we? Yeah, Adam Dunn for the Reds, Alfonso Soriano Yankees, Jose Vidro Expos, and So Taguchi for the Cardinals. All right, so that I don't forget, let's first look at the relics. So we ended up with 4. We had Tom Glavine for the Braves, Carlos Delgado for the Blue Jays, Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks. That one was out of 350, and A-Rod for the Rangers. We also, I'll sleeve those in a little bit. We also had a Griffey out of 1989. And we just got in our last pack this Randy Johnson Expos Diamondbacks card. And because they're 2 different team claims, let's see, the Diamondbacks are Shui Fumbler, and we're going to roll this die. And the Expos are JC. So for this, we're going to make, I'm just going to roll the die once. If we get an odd number, it'll go to the Expo slot. If we get an even number, it'll go to the Diamondback slot. Okay, so odd, even. Put that way up there. There's our die. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Roll it. Good, it stayed on screen. We got an odd number, so that will go into the Expos slot. And I am just going to make a note of that right now. All right. JC says Jeter and Gonzalez are retro star. Well, we don't have a Jeter relic. The Gonzalez is out of 350. Yes. It says a serial number of 4225. For the jerseys? I don't think so. The only one that's numbered is out of 350. Yeah, nothing's numbered on the back, so I don't know. Clearly, this one is out of 350, the Gonzalez. That's the only one that's numbered, as far as I can see. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the festivities tonight. Come back next Tuesday. We will be doing 4 more boxes, including the other historic autograph card company box. So that's kind of an interesting thing to break things up. And then hopefully I will be able to announce the last of the bonus boxes, and hopefully it'll be one that'll get people excited. I'm excited, and I feel like it's a box I've never actually opened. So I'm pretty sure that's true. All right. Yes. Thanks. Thanks to all of you. Yes, the Randy Johnson was numbered. That one was numbered out of 4225. So that one, again, I wrote in the penny sleeve, so no harm there. But yeah, that one is numbered right over there. Yeah, thanks to everybody. Andy says, great start to Breakers Club. I agree. Pretty fun. We got a nice stained glass out of the one box. We got 4 relics here. We really can't complain about any of that. And yeah, come back next week for that. Also, if you're new to the Discord or haven't heard of it, hopefully the link in the top corner actually works. If you're stumbling across this somehow, join. We have lots of fun over there. I give away cards over there, and we have lots of good chats. So hope to see you there and hang out. And otherwise, I will be talking to you next